Rates are falling at the fastest since 2008 housing market crash. The Fed meets this week, which are probably likely to do nothing, which is better than actually them raising rates. And rates, I think, are on track to be a lot lower than what people think next year, which if you're in this industry, that should be good news. Because just like when rates hit 8%, that really slows the market down. As rates fall, that is just going to push a lot of people back into the market. We could argue that's good or bad for prices, and it's going to make the market more competitive. But for people that get paid on transactions, lower rates is a really, really good thing. And more importantly, as this market starts to slowly shift back, there's a huge strategy that I see a lot of people leaving on the table that we just don't want to do. It's so simple, super profitable, and we want to make sure we're doing this in 2024 because we're still going to need the largest net at the least amount of cost, in my opinion, as we go throughout 2024. Hey everyone, this is Rayce Robinson, your favorite Florida mortgage broker. And right here, this article from Business Insider says mortgage rates are falling at the fastest pace since 2008 housing market crash. And they kind of summarize a lot of different things here, but basically the crux of the article is buyers can expect mortgage rates to continue sliding next year. Analysts predict the 30-year mortgage rate settling in the 6 to 7% range, which is down from the 8% from October. And when we look at this chart on the 30-year fixed rate, you can see we hit this 8% high really in like September, October. Look how fast rates have fallen. And you can see all the way back here at the beginning of 2023, we hit 6%. So two things to notice in that chart. One, how fast the market can shift. The market is always pricing in the future. And if the market believes rates are going to lower, they're going to price that in early on. And the other exciting part about that is every time rates have hit 6%, mortgage applications have shot up quite a bit. I thought this was a great article. They were talking about what to expect from U.S. home prices as in 2024 as told by 12 different forecast models. And I'm not going to go through all of them here, but Mortgage Bankers Association, 4.1%, CoreLogic, 2.9%, Fannie Mae, 2.8%. And then on the low end, we've got Moody Analytics, which actually is sometimes one of the places I look at. So they're saying negative 4%. Remember, this is nationally. Realtor.com saying negative 1.7%. Nobody knows for sure. Nobody has a crystal ball, but that means housing market is probably likely to be flat, and in some areas it's going to go up a little bit, in some areas it's going to go down a little bit. My bet here for Central Florida is we would probably get that 1, 2, or 3% appreciation. Now, that being said, that's all great news. At the same time, rates are falling. We've had a little bit of supply, probably nothing major coming on that end. Now, one thing, two benchmarks that I'm paying attention to is if rates hit 6%, we've always gotten a lot of people coming into the market. Mortgage applications have went up. The second part of that is if we could get to 5%, I think that will put sellers into the market that will finally use this pent-up supply. And Mortgage Bankers Association and some companies are predicting rates to be closer to that 5%. That may be optimistic, but that just shows you most of the trend everyone thinks is down. And to me, the most exciting part would be the third part, which is the news turns around. People pay attention to the news, whether we like it or not. Is now a good time to buy or bad time to buy? And as the news cycle changes, all markets are cyclical, and they start saying now's a good time to buy. I think you're going to see more and more buyers jumping in the market, and lower rates make lower payments. That creates more demand. And again, as we get paid in transactions, that's all great news. So how do we capitalize in 2024? To me, that's the key thing. And so this is one of my favorites, dating myself a little bit, but this is a movie called City Slickers, and I think they say it the best.
Do you know what the secret of life is?
No, what?
This.
Your finger?
One thing. Just one thing.
That's great, but what's the one thing?
That's what you gotta figure out.
That's right, one thing. We have to be good at just one or two things. So many big producers that I see them not doing 100 things. They're just really, really good at a couple things, and they execute it again and again and again. And I'm going to give you two things that you really want to be good throughout 2024. Number one is having an extremely strong online presence. What is that? An online presence is if someone Googles you, what do they see? You should Google yourself and go 5 or 6 pages deep. You should have a rock-solid profile. All your contact information should be correct. You should have a recent great looking photo, and you want content, some videos, those kinds of things that are about you, about some of the properties that you've listed. And most importantly, the reviews. That is something you can build up over time, but you can very easily get 8 or 9, 10 people that you know to review you on Zillow and Google. And if you don't know how to get a Google Places site, reach out to me. But you want some reviews, some social proof. In 2024, people are using the internet more than more, and when they research you, that's as good as it's ever going to get. They're researching to see if they want to work with you, and you need to look like a rock star. And if you don't know how to have a strong online presence, this is one of my strengths, one of my team's strengths. Reach out to me because it's a one and done. You do it once, you get it all right, and then that is just something that is out there forever. And this will be a big, big, big help to you as you move forward in your real estate career. And if you've already got an online presence, then I would say the number 2 thing, and this would be for anyone, would be there is so much pent up supply. And one of the games that I think we should all play is we want to make sure everyone we know, every friend, every family member, all our past clients, never use anyone else. So many people use different agents because they don't remember who they worked with or they don't know how to get a hold of them. We want to make sure we're playing the game that no one we ever know, touch, gets into our database ever works with anyone else. Some of that is social media because they see you again and again on there, which does help, but I don't think that can be your main strategy. We do mass text them, we do send emails out, but I'm going to give you a secret that most people know that are top producers. We are salespeople, real estate salespeople, and we got away with some things over the last few years that we didn't have to do. One of the things that we do want to do, I hate to say this, we have to call our past clients. We have to call people that we know and say, hey, we're here to help, market's getting better. Have you thought about buying, selling anytime in the next 6 months or so? It's not that hard. If you don't know the scripting, reach out to me. If you know other strong realtors, they know exactly what to say. But in 2024, the last thing you want to do is lose friends and family and other people because they're like, oh my God, I forgot you were in real estate. I've heard that many, many times, especially when people refinance, and it drives me crazy. So have a strong online presence. Make sure you do not lose any people that you know. Be reaching out to them, mass texting them, emailing them, and I guarantee in 2024 that will pay off in a big way. Do you know what else will pay off in a big, big way? Is to join me every Tuesday on our classes. We send the invites out at the end of every week. They are really helpful. We've got some really good producers talking about exactly what they do to be successful. And if you have any questions on this or anything else, reach out to me. I'd love to help. This is Rayce Robinson, your favorite Florida mortgage broker. Have a great day, great week. Talk to you soon.